Know where to start. Salmonani molweni tumelani makadini. Oh, this is good morning. Oh, you come back to class next Sunday. Are we happy? Yes. Okay. I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Without Jesus, we can't reach here. Everything in life, we start by Him. He was so good for my family this year. What my daughter said, oh, by the way, she is my daughter. She's my first child. She has a twin, and I've got another set of twins. God is great. In fact, this year she mentioned that we didn't want to run the school. Yes. Because last year, 2022, I lost my two parents in a short space of time. So my spirit was very, very, very low. So I thought I wanted to. But oh, those guys there who are sitting there, they kept on persuading me. And then when I took them in, I told them, this year I have no energy of graduation. Oh, they persuaded. We will listen, we will help you, what, until we have come to this day. We thank the Lord. So we just did one class. Normally each year we do 2 classes. Then we do our graduation towards November, December. Then we'll be having like 60 and so on. But this year I just did for them, not for us. Okay? So you are special guys of 2023. What do you say? Okay, I'm Mrs. Umhlanga. I'm married to Mr. Umhlanga, almost 40 years. And God blessed us with 2 sets of twins. I would like to thank my husband a lot because when we thought of opening the school, he was by my side a lot so that we could achieve. And by the way, we have sons-in-laws too, and the grandchildren. I want to introduce you to my family very quickly. Mrs. Kasman, can you stand up? Teacher, can you stand up? I won't say her name, teacher Tando. Stand up. Mr. Makubu. Okay, Boyki, Kamo, Michelle. Okay, this is a family business. Everyone hands on. Only when I'm teaching, I'm with her. Sometimes she helps me. But when it comes to this, thank you. Everyone is hands on. So that is my first grandchild. I have 5 of them, and then my daughters and my son-in-law. So they are all helping me. And my husband, you see me most. So when you meet them, you know you are meeting the committee of Umhlanga School of Nursing. To the students, we talk something in class and I'll say I'll come with the conclusion. I'll be meeting these people. That is the committee for the school. So sometimes when I say no, and you say, hey, Mama doesn't think of us, they think further than me. Right. Let me give you, I won't take much of your time. Let me give you a brief of our school, what we teach, and how it started. Umhlanga School of Nursing started around 2006. I'm a nurse by profession. I inherited from my mother, and I'm passing it on. I've passed on to Tuli. Right. So, Mrs. Kasman. So what happened? I was working for Nursing Services of South Africa all the years until 2003. 2003, we left for UK, England, with my husband. Then we worked there for some time. Then we decided to come back home. Many people might have the question that, why didn't you stay there? I saw that the way people work that side, if I come and do it this side, I think it will be better for me. So we came back 2006. Then that's when I came with an idea to start a nursing school. As a nurse, I specialize with children, pediatric. That is, when you do nursing, you do your 4 years, which you do every corner. But now when you want to specialize in, you have to find out where your heart lies. So my heart lies to children. And then still lying to children, it was about what is happening, what is going wrong with children in this world. The problem is people don't know how to look after children. Children doesn't get sick. There is nothing that we call in other languages, hey, no, blah, blah, blah. No, no. You go out there to those other gogos, they give you dirty to give to the children. I don't know how I can put it. No, it's only that you don't know how to handle the kid so that the child doesn't get sick. Most of the kids, when it's about that, what you call it, fall down, the top thing, when it's going down, it's only dehydration, lack of water. And you go to that gogo, she mix all those black things with lots of water. What you're getting there is water. Right. So then I decided to find my line there. When I was working for nursing services of South Africa, mostly I was dealing with babies, but whenever there was a demand anywhere in the hospitals, they were sending me. So when I came back from England, I told them, no. Now I want to focus with this line because I had in my mind to open a school. So I started to do my research, where to register, this and that, and our registration came out in somewhere around 2010, somewhere there. In fact, before we started registration, what happened was, I want to tell the truth. I started to steal the clients from the company. Why? When I was sent to a client in the houses, because these women, they come from hospital with newborn babies. They don't know what to do. They phone nursing services. They need a nurse to help them how to handle the baby. So when I was in one of the houses there in Newlands, this white lady said, hey, your service is very good, but now your company is very expensive. I can't afford to pay them. So I'll need you perhaps 1 day a week. Then I thought, okay, if she gets a nurse 1 day a week, what is she going to do for the other days? That means she'll be struggling. So I felt pity for her. Then I said, okay, I'll break the rules a little bit. I said, okay, cancel the contract, then contract me, because I wanted now to test myself. Then she said, it's fine. She canceled the contract from nursing services. Then what I was getting from nursing services, she topped up. So I was getting double from what I was getting from my company. And to her, she was still getting change from what she was sending to the company. So then it was a deal. Then I told her, I'll give you only 3 days. Then the other days, I must still give my company. Then I worked for her. Little did I know, just in 2 weeks or so, she went to Constantia clinic, hospital, whatever. She told them there, if you really need a nurse to help you with pediatric babies, what, phone this number. Next thing, it was calls left and right. Then I tried to give the service myself. But now, in a day, maybe for night shift, I was having 10 clients who need me that same day. So I said, okay, rather I started to recruit. I recruited people who said we have done home-based care, but when they were there, they didn't know what to do. So the first person I recruited, I needed a day off that day. I was at home with my phone, and I was talking to her. I told her, you do this and that and that and that. I was just taking it that because she had home care background. So the night went, she did well, the Mlungu was very happy, and then I see now my company starting. Then I was doing that every clients, I gave people, but now I had to give them free training, those nurses, so that they know exactly what is our aim when we are dealing with the kids. Then my husband said, now it seems this thing is growing big, so we really need to register. Then we went around, then we find out how to go about registering. Then that's when we registered, and then we became a school. Then we started to train up to today. Our school is registered. Right, so that is the short history of how we started our school. Then what do we teach at Umhlanga School of Nursing? We teach child nursing, au pair, and home-based. When I opened the school, I was teaching only child nursing and au pair. But we had a challenge. When my nurse is with the client, sometimes they travel, even overseas. And when the nurse travels with the client, that means it's more money. But that client has family members, maybe a father, old mother, and if something happens in that house, they look at the nurse to do what? To solve the problem. Now the nurses will say, oh, I did child care and au pair. I'm not sure about home care. And still the government checked and said, you can't do half. You have to do e-child care, e-home care. So then I had to put the three together. Right. So now we are specializing with child nursing, au pair, and home-based care. What do we do around these three courses? Child nursing. It's all, I'll just say in short, if you are sitting there and you want to know, you can join us. On Sunday, the classes are starting. They've motivated me. So 9 o'clock Sunday, we start our classes. We run classes only on Sunday. I try to accommodate those who are working. 9 to 1. Short time, but you learn a lot. So, in child nursing, it's all about to deal a child from day one until around 5 years or so. So that that child doesn't get sick. You don't even go to the hospital. That is the service you'll be giving out there. What kind of medicine you can buy over the counter? What we have a routine. When is this child supposed to eat, supposed to sleep, and how you can read the baby's language. When the baby is crying, it's not all about it. Eat, sleep, come to the bed. No. What is the time? Have I done what is supposed to be done? So this might be that. But all those things, you come and learn it by Umhlanga School of Nursing. Right? If you have a child and you can't be comfortable where there are people, for example, in church meetings, that means there is a problem with your child. The child is not in a routine. Sometimes it's the child's time to sleep, but he can't put himself to sleep because he's not trained. So that is all under child nursing. Au pair. Au pairing is about how to develop a child. Yes, we keep them, but we need to develop them. I heard people saying, Abalungu, the white people's children are very clever. No. There is nobody who is born clever. To be clever, you have to develop and stimulate a child. That is what we train in au pair. I heard some people saying, I have a driver's license. I've been driving for so many years. Can you get me a job of au pairing? You drive and get to that client, and what will you do with that child? Right. So in au pairing, it's about, most of the time they will want you for maybe a child who's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You go fetch that child from the crèche or from the school while you are driving that child home. When you get home, you need to have a routine, what to do with that child. And all what you'll be doing with the child, what is it developing that child? Physically, socially, emotionally, or that. So that is all what we teach them. I don't have to teach you. Okay, if you want to know more about it, you come to Umhlanga School of Nursing next week on 9 o'clock. Right, then lastly is home-based care. What is home-based care? Nurses, what is home-based care?
Helping those who can't help themselves.
Yes, that's being a nurse. And home-based care, caregiving. Yes, home-based care, don't ever be undermined. You are just the same with any nurse who is anywhere in hospital. Because some people, they don't like their patients to stay in hospital. And these days, hospitals are not keeping people long due to technology, lack of things, whatever. People are living long. Even if you have cancer, whatever, you live long, but it's not necessary to stay in hospital. You are at home. You need someone to care for you. Either it might be in an old age home, in a hospital. So home care is all about caring for someone who can't care for himself. It might be a child. Yes, this child is sick, is a baby, is sick. There are some other things which you must come with from home-based care so that you know how to handle. Some people, they come to me and say, no, Umhlanga, I don't care about the cause of old people in languages, because it's for everyone. Because even if you want child nursing, but there are some things which you get from home-based. So in short, home-based care, we still help people who can help themselves. I think that's all I can give you for now about Umhlanga School of Nursing. Over to you.
Thank you so much.